He's on our side. All right.
Can we take your picture first time
Let me
for
see if I can get a
that?
little bit. And then I'll introduce Ann. By the way, I am an honorary Lee County Sheriff.
Oh, wonderful. Sheriff Scott.
I am an honorary deputy of Lee County Sheriff.
Pull that up again,
I'm a
John.
speaker. We have a big crowd here. All right, hang on 1 second. All right, Mark, say hi to everybody.
Mark the man!
All right, everyone say hi to Mark.
Mark!
Is he in a bunker?
They can hear you. You're on bunker. What are we at, a what? We're not at a union. Very concerned. How many people want Mark to move down here? What do you think, Levin?
The other coast.
All the New Yorkers are over there. I know because I'm from New York. All right, I'll call you back. What's that? All right, so you got a treat. You got Mark too.
Sean, we really appreciate what you did.
Thank you. Can I tell you the story about that?
No.
She got a job working for the sheriff's department where she lives, got more money, benefits. She's on track to have a real career. She's done very, very well.
What's the background with this?
I'm sorry?
What's the background story with how you helped her?
You know, look, I knew I was taking a risk when I did that.
What did you do?
What's that?
What did you do?
Did you all hear the call that I made to the
Yeah.
So she got fired because she talked to me and she was very honest. I asked
She was
her
working for
point.
the Obamacare website.
Is anybody happy? Yeah, I did. It cost me some money. But you know what? I was glad to do it. Because, yeah, and then she got, the best part is she's so happy she has this job and
That
this
is so
career.
wonderful.
And it worked out better than ever quitting. So, yeah, she was a good person. Very good.
God works in mysterious ways.
God works in great ways. Amen.
Amen.
Please consider
I will. You know, I want to get my family in here one day, and I feel like when I come here, like it's a piece of heaven. Don't run and walk.
It is.
No, I am a
Yes, you are.
not for tax purposes. In my heart. Where are you all from? Is everyone from here originally?
No. Kansas City.
Kansas City,
Nebraska.
Anybody from New York?
Detroit.
New Yorkers? Detroit?
Pittsburgh.
Here. She lived in Detroit, poor lady.
She left.
That beautiful city is just...
I know.
Sean, what do you have next year? Conservative coalition?
I'm setting up... Can you all hear me? Were you all over there?
We could use mics.
Do we have a microphone?
Yeah, right
Oh,
there.
we have a microphone. I'll go talk over here. Are you guys like lined up or something? Is that?
Yeah, we could do the actual program.
Can you? Hello. It's a liberal conspiracy.
Who's operating this?
Get some work done. Hey, I put some things on the bottom of your. I made a couple of edits this morning.
Hey guys, Southwest Florida, how y'all doing? Thank you for coming out this wonderful Saturday morning. And by the way, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, guys!
Are you allowed to say that? Oh, we're not in a public school, I guess we can say it.
And God bless America.
God bless America, yes ma'am. Do you all know this wonderful person, Ann Coulter, over here? You know, it's great to be here. I keep telling her I'm moving to Florida.
Yes. Full time.
And you all know I got a place here in Southwest Florida?
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to be here.
In Naples, I'm sure.
Yeah, off of Vanderbilt.
He's running for Senate.
Yay.
Maybe against your pal Marco Rubio.
No,
We might have a congressional.
I like
sale,
Marco.
but-
Yeah, well, how many Marco fans here?
Woo!
How many got a little annoyed over immigration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad.
How many are willing to forgive one thing and move on?
Not me. With her.
Oh boy, this is a tough part. You know, Ann writes a lot about liberals. Is there any liberal in the crowd? There's always one. Here, little liberal.
We'll flip you.
You are?
Well, I was a registered Republican and now I'm a Democrat. I mean, now I'm an independent.
We gotta get you back.
How's that Obamacare working for you?
Yeah, how's it, Robin?
Private insurance, thank you very much.
But Ann writes a lot about liberals, and I'll tell you, I'm going to tell a quick story about when I learned that liberalism is, what's the name of the book? Never trust a liberal.
Over three.
Over three. So, remember when Hurricane Katrina was coming? You all know what it's like when hurricanes are coming, and you've got to worry about Southwest Florida and this coast. So it's very real to all of you. But the Times-Picayune 35 years ago in New Orleans actually, with pinpoint accuracy, predicted everything that would happen in New Orleans if a Category 3, 4, or 5 hurricane would ever come. And so, including what would happen at the Superdome. So anyway, so one day, it's after the hurricane comes, and liberals never take responsibility for anything. They had a Democratic mayor, they had a Democratic governor in the state of Louisiana. And so I had the Reverend Jesse Jackson on my TV show. And I said, Reverend Jackson, he goes, this is all Bush's fault.
Why? He's still getting blamed for everything.
Yeah, when in doubt, blame Bush for everything, right?
Exactly.
If the dog bites, if the bee stings, if you're feeling sad, whose fault is it?
Bush!
It's true, right?
Yeah, it's true.
You know, like, for example, some of you might have too much Jack Daniels one night.
my
It's not your fault. It's not Jack Daniels' fault. Whose fault is it?
Bush's fault.
That's such a relief.
Yeah. And even if, like, somebody gets pregnant, whose fault is it? Actually, Hannity is me, Bill Clinton. It's probably my fault. All right, so true story. So Jesse Jackson is on the show, and I said to Reverend Jackson, I said, Reverend, what about all of those buses that are sitting there? There are hundreds of them. And he literally said to me, Hannity, what were we supposed to do with the buses? And I said, Reverend, put the key in the ignition. And then he goes, well, then what are we supposed to do? And I said, turn the engine on. And then I said, then he goes to me, and then Hannity, what are we supposed to do? And I said, pick the people up that need help. And then he goes, where are we to take them? And I said, Reverend, away from the hurricane. And it's sort of a mentality that conservatives, we believe we can help ourselves. We believe if you let us free, the great American heart, mind, and soul that made this country the greatest on earth, that we are what makes it great. Ann is really laying out the fallacy of that ideology, the battle that we're engaged in philosophically. And when I come back in January, I am laying out, because I'm really annoyed with the Republican Party, because they are not offering, yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
I want a Republican Party that's going to fight for jobs, balanced budgets, for energy independence, for controlled borders, and if they don't know what to do, I'm going to tell them what to do, and then we're going to fight for it. So that's our plan in January. All right, but it is my distinct honor. Thank you all for coming out. Ann and I have been friends for many, many years. She's gotten me in trouble on radio and TV many, many times. And I'm like, Ann, did you have to say that? But she's a dear friend. She is a true American, original, and a patriot, and a wonderful human being, and a warm Southwest Florida welcome for Ann Coulter.
Thank you, Sean. Thanks so much for coming. I'd love to take some questions, but I wanted to start with my favorite topic of the week, and that is Duck Dynasty. The television commentary has been driving me crazy on this, including on Fox, by the way. Other than Tucker was terrific last night. He was the only one.
What about me? What am I
No, I mean last night. Even without you, that hour was still good. But on many of the other hours on Fox, you keep hearing these these same cliches. One is this obsession with pointing out to us that, well, it's not technically a violation of the First Amendment, it's not the government. Yeah, okay, we know that. This is a really picayune point. Why do you think our Constitution includes a First Amendment? Because free speech is a value that was considered important enough to freedom to put in a very short governing document. When people say, you know, free speech, that is what they're referring to. It is such an important value, we included it in our Constitution. So leave aside little constitutional lectures here. I really think this is getting to the point of, there's a phrase in the Jewish community, is it good for the Jews? And the commentary often has articles, is it good for the Jews? You know, affirmative action, is it good for the Jews? I think this Duck Dynasty thing is not good for the gays. They have gone from being the victimized to the victimizer. I think they've gone too far when there is this narrow band of accepted opinion. And I'm often the victim of this when I say something, it's absolutely driving me crazy on TV, including on our stations or our people. Well, I condemn what he said, but he had a right to say, really, what do you condemn there? Because you're condemning scripture if you're condemning what Phil Robertson said. It is also not true, as someone was maintaining on Fox last night, that, you know, who's to say what sin is? Even Jesus wouldn't condemn a prostitute in his presence. Jesus really just led by example. No, I think Jesus was pretty clear about what a sin is, and it is the most cruel and hateful thing a Christian can do to lie to other humans about saving their own souls. No, don't worry about sin, just do whatever you want. There was a third thing that drives me crazy about the Duck Dynasty chit-chat. Mostly I just hope they're very powerful and very popular, and I hope they leave A&E and go to the Fox network. I mean, it's my impression from watching Fox News and other Rupert Murdoch programs, he seems to like making money. And I think they make a lot of money. But why don't I take some questions and then we'll get...
Well, I just bought your book, so I have not read it.